to talk about how I actually make these videos, or at least the process I go through. So first, when I make these videos, I decide what kind I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna be going out and doing something, or I'm gonna be doing a sit-down video, which is what this is. A going out and doing things video is so much easier to film for me because there's so much you can look at. In Disney, there's stuff going on everywhere, and even in hiking, you can be like, oh, look at this cool rock I found. And I'm not the focus of the video. So I probably sound a little calmer in those videos, because in the sit-down videos, trying to look into the camera and talk, I'll like start hyperventilating, and I don't know what's going on, because I'm talking to the camera. I'm not even talking to another person, but I'm just like, and like, I think you can hear it in some of the videos, but I don't know. Maybe I can hear it because I know I'm like freaking out over nothing. But it's also hard for me to do sit-down videos because I like to stare at the LCD screen instead of like into your souls, which I think you all have noticed, but when I'm talking in the sit-down videos, or at least in some of them, I'm not very expressive, and I'm just like staring straight into your soul while I talk about something. So I much prefer the going out and doing things videos. Those are more interesting to me. I don't particularly like the sit-down videos because I'm not a super animated person, and I appreciate everyone for watching my sit-down videos, by the way. But then after I take the video, I need to edit it, and it's a lot easier with this camera because for some reason my phone and my laptop don't like to talk to each other. So when I try to pull videos off, it's like, sorry, I can't find a single video on your camera, and I'm like, great. This'll make editing awful. But after I get it onto my computer, I film with the Sony ZV-1 or my iPhone SE. Before that, I had the iPhone 7, I think. But after I get it on the computer, I will then put it into Wondershare Filmora. That is the editing app I have had, I think, since a little before my college program started. I was using iMovie at one point, but I wanted something a little more advanced than that. And I don't use it to the full extent that it could be used. I'm afraid to do too much editing with it. And I also kind of like the simple editing, since it does take a lot of time for me to go through and edit the videos the way that I'm happy with. And then after I've edited the video, and during the editing process, I'll probably watch it like 4 or 5 times, because I'll put it in and I'll watch through, and I'll start cutting out things that I hate, and then I'll watch through again to make sure I've gotten all the stuff that I don't like, and then I'll do at least one more watch through to make sure I'm like happy with everything. There's no super weird edits or something. Sometimes there is, because I'll be talking and I'll be like messing with my glasses or my hair or something, and I'll just like trip over my words, and I don't like the way that looks or sounds, so I want to cut that out. But sometimes I'm talking so fast that it's hard to find a break in between where for example, in my video, I think it was non-hiking preparation, the camera cut out in the middle of it, so it wasn't something that I really had to do, but I was reading a tip that said, pick up other peeper, and it's supposed to be people. And that's normally something that I would cut out, but the camera battery died because I forgot to check it before I started. And I assumed that the camera battery would be more full than it was. And so after I've made sure I'm happy with it, or at least as happy as I can get with it, I'll export it to my computer, and then I'll begin the long, painful process of trying to actually upload it to YouTube. Since I live out in the country, we don't have like Comcast or anything. Our options for internet are satellite or cellular, and I don't remember the name of the satellite companies. One of them is Viasat, but we couldn't do like anything on it. Trying to go on Facebook or email or anything was super painful. It took so long. And now we have cellular, which is a little better, but it says it's unlimited, but there's a limit. Even though we have several different internets to try to distribute the use of it, we'll still end up hitting one of them every once in a while. And that's always fun, because then you gotta fight with the internet company. My battery's about to die, so I'm gonna have to wrap up this video. Anyway, that is my process for editing and uploading videos. Oh, and I also make my thumbnails in Canva. And I think I'm starting to get kind of good at it. I'm a lot more happy with what they look like now. But that is it, and I will see you next week.